What is up, you guys? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about orchestral music. My name is Miss Shaker,
And I'm Miss Ramsey.
and we go to a big school to learn how to be music teachers like Miss Tomaseo, and I play flute and clarinet.
And I play clarinet and violin. So we're going to talk about the string family first, because today we're talking about orchestral instrument families. So the string family, why do you think they're called the string family, Miss Shaker?
You play them because they have strings, and that's how they make their sound.
That is basically how they make their sound, yeah. So all of the orchestral string instruments have 4 strings on them. And then there are 4 different types of string instruments. And those instruments, in order of smallest to largest, are violin, viola, cello, and then the double bass.
Cool. So this is what a string instrument sounds like. Awesome. So, the woodwind family has flutes, clarinets, saxophones, and oboes. Woodwind instruments are made of wood and brass, and the only brass instrument in the woodwind family is the saxophone. So, woodwind instruments were made of wood in the earlier stages of being invented. So, a long time ago, all woodwind instruments were made of wood. And is saxophone found a lot in orchestras, Miss Ramsey?
Not typically, but sometimes they're in orchestra.
Cool. So here is a recording of a flute. Awesome. And here is a recording of a clarinet. Okay, so now we will be listening to some recordings of instruments playing together. And Miss Ramsey, what's the word for when two or more sounds play at the same time?
Is it harmony?
Yeah, harmony. So harmony is what we call in music when 2 or more instruments or sounds are playing at the same time together. So here are some examples of that. Awesome. Here's a recording of 2 clarinets.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah.
Here's a recording of a string instrument and a flute. Cute. And finally, we have a string instrument and a clarinet.
Very nice.
Cool. So now we have the brass family. Can you tell us a little bit about the brass family?
Yeah, I can. So brass instruments are made of a yellow metal, which is where they get their name. Most of them have valves, or they kind of look like buttons, but only one of them does not have buttons. Do you know which instrument this is, Miss Shaker?
Yeah, the trombone, right?
Yeah, and they, instead of buttons or valves, they have a slide instead. To play brass instruments, you buzz kind of like a raspberry.
Can you demonstrate?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they do that into their mouthpieces to create the sound instead of just blowing the air.
So the trombone, like we said, is the only instrument with a slide on it. And here's a trombone right here at the bottom of this diagram. And it has a really long tube that you move to create different pitches or notes. And fun fact, trombone in French means paperclip.
Because it looks like a paperclip?
Because it looks exactly like a paperclip.
Mind blown.
I know. Okay, and finally we have the percussion family. And percussion is usually played with drumsticks or your hands. And can instruments from the percussion family come from different parts of the world?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Cool. So I think African drums are a lot of different kinds of drums that we can use in the orchestral world.
Yeah.
And maracas come from Spanish-speaking countries.
That's true.
And can you tell us about the 3 S's?
Yeah, so percussionists create sound on their instruments in 3 different kinds of ways. The first one is by scraping, the second one's by striking, and the third one's by shaking. And we can remember this by just remembering that they all start with S, which is where we get the 3 S's.
All right, so this is our presentation of orchestral instruments, and there will be some YouTube videos to watch right after, and then an exit ticket. So good luck. Thanks,
guys.
Bye.
Have a great day.